episode of Super Reaction Bros. I'm Chris.
I'm Christopher.
And on today's episode, we're taking a look at the official trailer for Stardust. No, not another attempt at that Neil Gaiman book. No, not a biopic for some strange reason on that really popular app that we use at Super Reaction Bros.
And no, not on the WWE former wrestler.
Yeah, I wonder what happened to that guy.
I know, I wonder.
So no, this is a biopic of sorts about David Bowie.
Yeah.
The iconic David Bowie.
The late, great David Bowie.
And while it is a biopic focused on one aspect, the creation of his character, Ziggy Stardust.
Yeah, this is when he's first.
His alter ego. I apologize.
Yeah,
his alter ego.
Yeah, this is when he first. This is all. This is a biopic in some sense where he's making his first tour in the U.S.
Yeah, this takes place in 1971 and his first U.S. tour,
yeah.
which in turn gives him the inspiration of creating his alter ego.
His alter ego, but at the same time, it's like one of those films where it's like, oh, we're doing flashbacks of like his early upbringings in a way of like where he came from, things like that.
Of course, yeah, it's a biopic.
Yeah, as I said, it is a full-on biopic.
If we don't at least once look at how he started, it's not a biopic. It's just, oh, here's a story about David Bowie.
And again, with a lot of these biopics, especially musical biopics, you know, on these, it's like it all depends on how you shoot it. Instead of like a generic, okay, here's their bio, you know, at the beginning. It's like it all depends on how they shoot it. You know, it's like Rocket Man did a phenomenal job making it.
See Rocket Man.
You gotta watch it. You gotta watch it. It really makes it stand out. Like, oh, this is definitely, you know, like a biofilm, but it's like definitely in the sense of like something that Elton John would have done himself.
To be fair, he did produce that shit.
He did. That's what I said. He did.
So he made sure they got it right.
He made sure it was to his liking. You know, so hopefully they do a good job here, trying to display or even tell the story for David Bowie. You know, so who we have starting?
Well, it's basically Johnny Flynn, who you know from Emma.
Yeah. That's the only big thing he's from.
That's the biggest thing I recognize him from is Emma.
All right. So let's just dive right into this and take a look at the official trailer for Stardust. So here we go.
Hello. Name? David Bowie.
Yeah, I love that.
12 singles, every one a total failure, except Space Oddity. The record company finds the album too weird for the X. I need to be known. I need them to know me. There's only one guy at Mercury who doesn't hate your new record with every bone in his body.
David Bowie, I presume. Ron Overman, Mercury Records.
We got back a couple weeks coming up. Chicago, Philadelphia, New York, and then out to LA.
I think we made it work. All it takes is one believer to change the world. And we got two.
Two?
You believe in yourself, don't you?
Touche.
I think you're going to be the biggest star in America. This is the Queen Family Rock Station, so keep it safe.
Tell me about the new album. What's it all about?
It's about the years I spent dressing in women's clothes and getting laid.
It's not working. And if anyone dares to ask you about your actual work, you just do the mystical mime act.
There is no authentic me. It's just fear.
Well then, be someone else.
Yeah.
Be someone else.
I don't want to go mad. I want to take my fantasies on stage with me.
Act like a star and think you're a star. Don't stop until you have them on the floor, groveling.
You're not a space alien. You're from Brooklyn now.
Oh yes, I am. Rock star or somebody impersonating a rock star? What's the difference?
Be honest, I have big chills on that.
I know, me too. It's the type of thing where it's like I said before, it's like the way they're shooting it and things like that. It's like it really needs to stand out. And here you can tell it's like the way they're shooting a lot of it.
It's like he's an amazing singer, but he's not adding his own personality into his performance.
Yeah, it's a type of thing where it's like he has to make make it him. You know, make it's like something that really stands out, something that really explodes who he.
We were talking about Rocket Man, but fuck yeah, Elton John would be a good example of that. You know,
it's like,
he went from just being a guy playing a piano and singing to like. He realized he needs to do more on stage. His flamboyant outfits, the way he talks, he moves, he speaks. And that's what I love that Mark Marrow's character is doing here. It's like telling him, you have to be somebody different.
You have to be
in order to stand out.
Yeah,
you know you're going to do these performances. You're a great singer, but you need to make it
in a way. You
own.
need to express who you want to be. You know, it's like be somebody else, but be somebody that you want to. You know, somebody that you wouldn't mind being. That you would love to watch or would love to enjoy to see. And that's where he comes up with this character. Americans back then wanted their imagination captured. Yeah. In their own unique ways. That's what made Star Wars so successful. That's what made I'm trying to think of another fantasy film I can't think of off the top of my head. That's what made like stuff like Star Wars. I can't think of any. I'm sorry. Stuff like Star Wars or successful is because it took you on that journey, and you can do that with a performance. Just take them on that journey. And by creating this persona, Ziggy Stardust, he did just that for the American audience. Yeah. He took them on a journey in his music. And nowadays, that is like one of the rules of being a famous musician on stage and performances. You're like Lady Gaga, for example. She's a perfect example.
She's a great singer, but let's be honest. You remember her more for what she wears on stage, for how she does her music videos, for everything she's done. You know, it's like who she is.
The thing is, you have to start off big, and then from there, then you take it to however you want to take it. It's like because you notice that even with like with her, you know, it's a type of thing where she started off like that, but then now look where she's ended up at, where now she can kind of be herself, but then every now and then still express something outrageous.
It's one of the reasons there's a music guy I follow online. He hates, one of his least favorite things in music industry today is white guys with acoustic guitars. Like, he is not a big fan of Ed Sheeran, for example. Like, he hates it because it's just so bleh. It's too generic. Okay, you're just a white guy, you have a great voice. You can bring more. And back to this film, that's what makes David Bowie so recognizable, so iconic, is what he did with Ziggy Stardust, what he did with The Labyrinth. Well, was it Jim Henson's The Labyrinth?
Yeah, it's like, again, it's like he started off creating this character, and then by the end of it, you know, he was still referred to as David Bowie, because it's like eventually, it's like he needed to get that attention to show, this is who I am, this, you know, expressing, and then after a while, it's like he was able to be himself again.
And what's funny is his son is doing the same thing, but with movies instead. Was it Duncan Jones? I believe, he's doing the same thing, but with movies instead. You know, really trying to be out there with his films. And it all started here, and ironically, coming to America.
Yeah, exactly, you know, so this is, and like I said, too, is like when you know, what I liked about even the trailer showing it, the way it was showing it, it's definitely being a very unique and different type of biopic. It's like whenever you have to do it, you have to make it stand out. Like, you know, it's a type of, it has to be a biofilm that when you watch it, it's like it screams that character. That's not even the character, that person we're following. This is something that he would approve of for a film. You know, and you can see that here where it's like, you know, you see him wearing like the space outfits and stuff like that. Is his imagination is just running wild of what he sees, what he envisions and stuff like that as a character, what he's trying to find, and, or even what he's trying to search for. And that's why I got a lot for this film, you know, from this trailer, the way it's being shot and everything. And this is this is something I definitely wouldn't mind watching, you know. Yeah. And would I say this is Oscar baity? I don't know. Because I know last year we had Rocket Man that got nominated and stuff like that. So there's a possibility, you know, it depends. So, but for me, it's something I definitely wouldn't mind watching because it definitely looks like it's something unique and different, as always, for a good biopic film on a very icon and legendary musician.
So other than that, if you're new to the channel, you hit the like button. If you want to talk to us more about stuff like this, comment down below. If you want to share us around, share it around. And if you like us just a little bit more than anybody else when it comes to talking about David Bowie, I guess, hit the subscribe button down below and hit that bell icon as well.
Let us know what you guys' thoughts are on this trailer overall. It's just something that you definitely want to be watching. And Just seeing what it took for David Bowie to get to where he was at. If you know the history, if you know what it took him to, what he had to go through, things like that. I mean, does it look like they're doing a great job the way they're shooting the film? It's something you definitely wouldn't mind watching. Do you have like a favorite David Bowie song, pretty much even from his beginnings or up until his passing? Do you have any songs that really stand out to you the most, that really stick with you all the time? Let us know in the comments down below. Put down what you thought of our reaction overall. But most importantly, thank you for watching.
So until next time, I'm Kristen.
I'm Christopher.
And of course, this has been a very Stardust-filled episode of SRB.
See ya.
Later.
Hey guys, thanks for watching.
If you want to check out our previous reactions,
Or any one of our other SRB shows,
check out one of our playlists down below.
if you want to check us out in the social universe,
You can find us on Twitter
and Stardust.
at Super React Bros.